Okay, understood. You've conducted the 360, is that correct?
3 sides, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie.
Okay, I'm teaming up Medic 41 with you. We've got exterior fire on the garage, Charlie side. We got smoke coming from the cable end on the Delta side of the house. The Charlie side fires on the garage level.
We all know that firefighters have a tough job. You go on dangerous calls, intense calls, and some of the things you see stick with you, even if you don't show it.
My experience in the fire service is that firefighters are the stoic, the monolith who don't show emotions.
That works to a certain extent, but we do have a culture of substance abuse, self-medicating, those types of things with personal problems.
So we self-internalize all our fears and all our anxieties and all our stress.
And that's when firefighters get in trouble. That's when I got in trouble as a firefighter. I tried to keep it all in, and it almost undid me.
Firefighters, they're a tough breed, but they're human too, and they have emotions, and those emotions can be affected. I don't care how tough they are.
Of course, some calls are tougher to deal with than others, like suicides.
Suicide calls can be confusing for the fire service. We're called to help people when they need help, when they're in fear, when they're in pain, when they're suffering. But when we arrive on that suicide call, we have absolutely no control. And instead of being the rescuers, the responders, now we're the fellow grievers.
When we do go on calls, and especially suicides, and especially young people's suicides, I see the individuals that go on the call equating that with their own families. I have a son that's 10 years old. I have a niece that's 15 years old.
I can remember every single suicide, every single death by suicide, or that individual still alive. I can remember the scene. I can remember what we did.
The most recent call, a man lit himself on fire.
This man was badly burned. He was probably close to 90% over third-degree burns, and he was still alive and talking quite consciously. He did not live but another 12 hours, and we had all figured that would be the case. And even being on the peer support team and providing support, this is a prime example where I was not aware of how that would affect me personally. This particular call with the gentleman who burned himself is really odd that it's bringing up almost my entire career, which is interesting. I'm at the latter part of my career, so it's like things are showing up out of the blue. And I have read about that, but it can really happen.